With the first pick in the 2020-2021 school year draft, the Sioux Center High School teachers have selected this year's 8th grade from the 2019-2020 school year to join their high school community. This year's class brings a lot to the table. They are high energy, they are full of learners, full of leaders, they are very willing and ready to learn. Yes, they may have only had 3/4 of their 8th grade year, but they look forward to the challenge. Hi, 8th graders. First off, congratulations on getting drafted. You've made it to high school, but before we talk about that, I need to make you aware of a few things. I am sure by now you know that this school year will not be continuing in the classroom. We will not be going back into the building to be able to teach, interact, and do all the things that we love to do as middle schoolers, as middle school teachers, as an 8th grade class. I know right now you feel really upset and bummed that you missed out on a lot of great things that come with being an 8th grader. We didn't get to go kite flying with the 2nd graders. We didn't get to go bowling. We missed our field trip. We missed the middle school dance. We missed a lot of those fun end of the year activities. You can look at it that way, or you can look at it as the fact that you just got drafted into high school. You have the opportunity to be a high schooler a little earlier than maybe you thought you would. I know right now there's a lot of emotions going on, but what I want to ask you is that you look at the number behind me and you realize there's still going to be 18 school days left. School may be ending slightly early on May 20 now, but that does not mean you should stop trying to learn. That does not mean you should stop trying to be a better person. That does not mean you should stop trying to work on your mental health during this continuing school year, even if it's in a different way. I ask that you still do the voluntary opportunities that we give you. I ask that you do some PE, do some exercise, get outside, do the challenge that Mrs. Gallagher and Mr. Penning put out there. Help the 8th grade win that challenge. Get outside, be active. I ask that if you have siblings at home who are younger or older, help them out. I ask that if you have parents who need help around the house, help them out. Be a better person during this time so you leave ready for high school. Because something that really is going to matter when you get to high school is, are you prepared or not to be a high schooler? The challenges of high school will be there whether or not you are prepared. So I ask that you do your best to be prepared and be ready to be a successful Sioux Center high schooler next year and in the years to come. 8th graders, I've got a few updates for you. The first thing is you need to be checking your emails daily. This is very important. It's probably more important to check your emails now than it's ever been before in your middle school career. Your email right now is our easiest way to communicate with you and with your parents. So please be advising your parents to check your emails too. We want you to be getting outside. We want you to be having fun. We want you to be doing all sorts of things to help yourself out right now. But to help us out, please just check your emails. Make sure you're interacting with your teachers, with Mr. Judge, with Mrs. Hulsoff through that. Make sure everyone in your family that has access to email is checking their emails to stay in touch with us. And speaking of Mr. Judge, you need to respond to Mr. Judge because he has a very important update for you. Yes, he had the update about his son, which is super important. His newest update will help you with your recent draft selection into high school. He wants to help you with your 4-year plan. So he has set up Google Hangout meets like we do as a homeroom. He has set those up for you based on what hex you either had him in or what hex you were going to have him in. So look to see when that is, accept his call so he can help you prepare your 4-year plans. He has asked us homeroom teachers to help you as well, so your homeroom teachers can gladly help, but he would love to be starting that process. He sent you a bunch of videos and tutorials on how to do that, but please respond to Mr. Judge, check your email to see what is next for you to make sure you are ready to be successful in high school. Don't forget also about your homeroom video calls. Those are still going to be continuing every Tuesday at 10 a.m. for the time being until the school year is over, and we want to see you. It feels like some of us dropped off this last week from our first week and who showed up and the numbers we had. We would love to get everyone participating just to see you, just to interact with you, answer any questions you may have, help alleviate some of your fears, and just talk about what you've been doing over the last couple weeks, just making sure you're doing okay. And the last thing, follow the choice board. Make sure you're using that to know what's going on. We've added the PE challenge on there. So when you do a PE activity, whether that be jogging, walking, riding your bike, or some other activity that counts as PE, add it on there. Help the 8th grade win that challenge. The last update for you 8th graders is about Genius Time. A lot of you have asked about it. We're trying to work on something, so just be patient with that. Hopefully on Tuesday we have an update for you. but I promise we're trying to get something together so you can finish up working on your passion projects. Thanks, 8th graders. All right, 8th graders. I know this class has tons of students who love jerseys, whether that be football, basketball, baseball, soccer jerseys. I've even seen some hockey jerseys this year. I want you to respond to me just so I get that one-to-one interaction. So I hope my email is flooded. Please reply to me in this email. What jersey should I wear for next week's homemade history video? You'll notice this week you have a TED Talk, but next week on Social Studies Show episode 3, what jersey do you want me to wear? So pick from one of the 7 above. I will not wear the jersey I'm currently wearing. I will not wear my Kirk Cousins jersey. But let me know what you want to see next week. The one with the most votes I will wear, but you have to respond to my email to get a vote in.